It me, the sheep, streaming some Lego building over my lunch. We are getting pretty close to finishing the top right quadrant. Meowdy tow truck, field sheep love sign. We're getting ready to finish this half. So this is the top right quadrant. We've already finished the top left quadrant as well. So we're getting close to finishing all the things. Oh, come on. There we go. So without further ado, let's jump on in. And tow truck, good to see you, buddy. I hope that your streaming has been going well. My work during the non-lunch times has picked up, so sorry I haven't been in there quite as much as I would like. But I will be again whenever that work thing lets up a bit. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we started, of course, like normal, by putting in those little Technic pieces in the sides. And we'll go from there to pulling up. Here we go. Okay. So we typically do, and I think I'll continue doing this way, outlining with the like black outline stuff, just because it kind of gets it out of the way more than anything else. I mean, it's no matter when we actually like do it, it's never really like cinematographically appealing. So it's like, may as well do it that bit first. And meowdy Elmo. Whoa, we're almost halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. I didn't know that there was going to be some karaoke in the city this evening for you. This evening, did you? And you're like, and I would have been fine without it. Skip 2 and pop that in there. Diagonal. So we're getting our outline on. Let's go. Outlining all of the stuff. Okay. So this one's kind of double up in here. This is the H part of the crest. So it's not outlining the crest in general, but it is outlining that H bit. H for Hogwarts. Natty. Because, of course it is. So that's 1, 2, 3. Chunky, up 1, up 1, and then we start going across. So this is 2, and then this one is 3. Okay. I can probably turn the music down a tiny bit. There we go. And then this one is 4 wide over here. 1, 2, 3 und 4. And then there's 2 from the end. And this is 4 tall. Oh, if I can actually. There we go. 1, 2, 3 und 4. I love saying 4 in German. It just feels so metal. I mean, it's just the number 4, but you know, in English it sounds like fear. Like, yoink Scoob. Okay, so there's 2 in the middle there. Perfect. Gonna need a few more of the black ones to finish our outlines. So cool. That is all lining up perfectly. And one more bit to outline. And that is the H itself. So then 2, 4 in between. And that is 3 wide. And no overlap for either of these. Goes 2 up. And connects. Eventually. Did our music just completely cut off? Or is there? There it goes. It's like I know it should be back before too long. Okay, so this goes vertical until there are 3 pieces or 3 studs in between this and the one above it. So we'll pull that up and just keep on trucking. Yo! Yo, what's going on? Dr. Rockowitz, thank you very much for the resub and great to chill with you too, buddy. Always like hanging out with my bro force. We are building some Lego. This is kind of the less visually appealing part, which is why we're getting this part done first. It's the black outline. And once more, clairvoyance. The very last piece that I grabbed. Boom. It keeps on happening. Okay. So from here, I'm actually going to go ahead and get the red in, because the red kind of pops. It's fun to look at. So we'll put the red in. And yeah, that one's much better to see. Much easier to see. So Rocky, how are you doing, man? I hope that you are doing well. Oh. Oh. Oh, Bozbot. There we go. And the whatchamacallit, maroon part of the H. Nice. Just on phones, chilling with the new job. Nice. So we are making the Hogwarts Crest. You'll see it kind of up in this area. We are probably going to finish in on halfway over my lunch break. We've been doing a decent job of getting about 3 panels done per lunch break lately. So it's like, cool. If that happens, this will be the halfway point. So it's kind of broken up into quadrants because, you know, there are 4 houses and all that good stuff. So it makes it kind of nice and easy to do that thing. And the quadrant that we should be finishing is the Slytherin quadrant. So all told, this thing is going to be massive. I am excited. Soups excite. So going ahead and just filling in these bits that kind of pop more than anything else. How'd you like those plosives there? Get those on. Cool. Let's see. I think I want to do some of the gray ones. There's not a ton of gray in this. It looks like there's only about like 7. No. Like 9. About 9 gray studs. Yeah, massive. Meowdy, Void King. Good to see you, friend. Void and I played some Sea of Thieves with some other friends yesterday. That was a lot of fun. I think that one of Void King's friends got mad at me, though. He wasn't listening. It was funny. You know, just hanging out and building some Legos. Great shanty post. Oh, thank you. Sprocket sent me that and I was like, okay. The internet has to see this. My shanty friends must see. I'm glad that you had a blast too, Void. I definitely did as well. Well, there's not a whole lot of this dark silver. So I think I'm gonna use that one next. So I poured this one rather than grabbing it. So odds are it won't be as spot on with how many pieces we get. Whenever I grab them rather than pour, that's when I get pretty close. Yeah, all less fair in Pirates. This is the way. Oh, you definitely do. So it's, well, I'm not going to explain it. It'll ruin it. Well, it won't ruin it. It won't be as... You'll see it. It makes me laugh. It's so many things that I love all rolled into one. It's perfection. There we go. So this is kind of another one of those outline parts where it kind of is more shading, I think, than pretty much anything else. So keep on doing horizontal. So we kind of outlined stuff earlier with black, which, you know, black on black does not really, you know, show up as much, which is why we did that one first. So that then whenever we're putting stuff in, we're not then like awkwardly going back afterwards and adding black, which y'all can't really see. Looks weird. I mean, it probably looks weird whenever we're just adding black to the very beginning, but, you know, if you gotta choose the beginning bit. So now we're kind of shading a lot of that outlining that we did. And we shade it on in. So this is outlining that crest. So the H part of the crest. Because the, you know, overall crest, we will get to outlining part of that whenever we get to the last panel of the day. Okay, it looks like that should be about it for this panel of dark silver. So let's pop those guys back in their bag. Okay, so now we can do silver or gold. I like to end with gold. Ending with gold, cherry gold, is just, you know, it feels like the right thing to do. Oh. So a lot of this is what the kind of like shading is kind of making pop even more, is this silver. So the silver again is kind of outlining the H part of that crest. So we diagonal on up and we diagonal on over. So at least this part of it is that more of that silver outline. of that middle bit. There are little parts above it that are more of the snake itself. But that's not this bit. So we will get to that bit pretty soon. Got our outline going on. And finishing it up for that H outline. There we go. Okay. Now from there, we do bits of the snake. So this buddy's coming up here. That one I think is actually the, whatchamacallit, like the, that's helpful. Border in between the Slytherin and Gryffindor bits right there. But then the other parts are the snake. So this should be a little bit of that snaky boy. Right here. And where is it? There it is. This other bit is as well. So it looks like everything else that doesn't have a stud up here also gets that silver studs. So one kind of in here, and the rest of them fill in there. Yeah, buddy. Oh, I was close. It wasn't exact, but only 2 studs off. Close to clairvoyance. Not quite an outstanding on that divination OWL, but close. And then, of course, we end up this panel with the gold. I like ending with the gold. I know I've said it already. I'll say it again. Ending with the gold just feels really, really good. Just feels right, you know? Yeah, let's kind of come up from the top, actually. Oh, there we go. And we're filling it on in. Yarr. Got our pirate on. Aye, lad. I don't know why that randomly went into Scottish. It was supposed to be pirate. Here we go. Filling on in for this part. Oh. And now we get to fill on in this part. Yeah. Fill it on in. And now we've got our outline of our H. In the middle, we've got our top right portion of the H and the kind of little flirty bit that it does at the very end. Exactly, boy. Soon may the kitty man come. I loved that. I aspire to one day be Bubbles. It's like life goals. Our buddy Tow Truck, who is in here, rescues cats. And so they've got like 30 of them at their place because, you know, he rescues them. And it's just like every time I pop into Tow Truck's stream and see all the kitty cats just like happy and playing around, makes me really happy. Makes me really happy. All right, now that I've got those ones outlined, all that middle bit, we are filling in with the gold. And eventually we'll get there. Unfortunately, since I poured it, my clairvoyance was way off on that one too. It was a mistake. Yes, Glitch Cat, kitten chaos. I love the Glitch Cat emote. It makes me so happy too. I think that's one of Sprocket's favorites too, is the Glitch Cat. I see him do that one a lot. And after this, just 9 more and we're finished with this panel. Soon, TM. All right, just 4 more. 2, 1. There we go. That finishes up that panel. Oh. We will come back to you. In the meanwhile, keep it in frame. All right. Now we've got 2 more panels on the day. So of course, we start this panel, like we always do, with our Technic connection pieces. For these, of course, like usual, it's easier to turn it sideways because there is on the underside, in particular, these things, which lets that kind of line up for the middle. Makes it really nice and easy. Yo, Meowdy Castrovet! Doll. Thanks, buddy. Good to see you, friend. Welcome to the city of electric sheep. One of these days, I keep on saying it, and I've been, you know, doing little improvements here and there, but one thing that I haven't done is added that sheep sound effect. Maybe today. Perhaps. So you came in at the beginning of a panel, which is awesome, but it also means that we're doing a lot of the outlining right now. So the outlining, of course, is black on black, which means that it's kind of hard to see. Which is also why we do this bit first. It makes it a lot easier to kind of fill in and makes the other colors pop so much more. So there's a 1 stud overlap here. It's a shame James Earl Jones doesn't do cameo. Dude, so true. It'd be amazing to get him to do a soundbite. Oh my gosh. I would die. Oh, I also need to see. I wonder if there are any like Star Wars or Harry Potter or any of those actors that are on Cameo. Man, I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. You've given me some ideas, Elmo. Many ideas. Okay, so how wide is this? 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay. So this one's 7 wide. up at the very, very top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Skip 1 for a diagonal here. So 2, 4, 6, and 7. Confirmed. Confirmed. Okay, so then this goes all the way down. Whoa, Veers is on Cameo? Oh, okay. I think I know where part of my paycheck this month is going. Yeah, I get paid once a month, so that's why it's like, what did my paycheck this gulp month? Goes all the way down to 1 stud over the bottom. Closing in on finishing up that outline. And then we get to the fun part. Here's where the fun begins. Yeah, actually getting paid once a month kind of like helps with the whole budgeting thing, though. Not gonna lie. Whoa! Ahmed Best is on Cameo. That's amazing. I'm stupid excited. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to properly check out Cameo after this, not gonna lie. Like, I've always known that it was there, but I haven't really like done anything with it. Yeah, Castrovet is a freelancer. So they get paid whenever. So they choose whenever they get paid. That makes sense. Still do invoices only once a month for budgeting reasons. That's smart. That is very smart, actually. Actually, that's very smart, period. Okay, so that there should be 4 in between here. There is. Solid. Very solid. Down. 3 more across so that there's 1 stud in between this and that. And then up and connecting these. Okay, we're almost done with the boring bit. I mean, it's not really properly boring. It's just, you know, not very visually appealing because it's black studs on a black background. Here's where the fun starts. So let's get some dark silver. The next most difficult to film color on this, the dark silver, but you can actually like see it versus the other one where it doesn't. 169%. Nice. Soothing. Shucks. I do declare, Mr. Castrovet, you are making me blush. Oh. Upside down. Every once in a while, whenever I pull out a stud and I think that I have it on right, it's like, nope. 2 pointy ends. Does not connect very well. There we go. And some more outlining over here. So this is outlining the crest proper, right? So the outer end of the crest or the kind of like outside kind of paisley looking bit will be right there. That's what we see up there with the gray and the silver and the white and the gold, Jerry, gold. And we fill these in. Drop the mic. Oh, that was glorious. We properly appreciate puns in the city of electric sheep. Especially flattery ones. Let's be honest. Okay, so we've just about got our shading done. So that's what this dark silver, which is what I like to call it, number 2 in the little instruction book. It's funny, the numbers 5 and 7, like they include like 1 or 2 per package, just so that you can like see what they are. None of these actually use the numbers 5 and 7. Not a single one. What can you do? I mean, I guess you could do a lot, but... Okay, now we're done with the dark silver. I think from there, I'll actually grab some green. Let's grab those. Whoop. Grab dark green. And we'll fill it on in. I like doing the green right here because that really starts to pop. Like that, you can very clearly see. One right here. And then we fill in... Oh, I missed some shading bits. I missed that whole bit with the dark gray. That's unfortunate. I'll have to bust some more of those dark silvers out. And fill it on in. Everything in this little area right here gets that green. I dropped one, so I'll probably need to grab one more green if my clairvoyance has been consistent. Yeah, so I think that the like Lego art pieces, so in general they have like a few different builds, right? Like we're doing one that took 4 of the different houses, you know, which you can build with just one of it. You can build any of the 4 houses, but with all 4, you can build the whole ginormous crest. I think that what they do is basically have the whole kind of palette. Oh, look at that. We are missing exactly one because I dropped one. Wow. So I think that, you know, they basically just have that in there so what I made, we haven't opened the blue yet, but I made one of these, which has numbers 1 through 12 on there. And then since we haven't opened the blue packet, I've got the blue ones extra there. So whenever we do open the blue, it'll be right there as well. Yeah. Gray's different fields. I like that. That's clever. So let's get our shading done as well. Yeah, not gonna lie, I kind of cheated with the green ones. Whenever I was prepping for stuff last night, I counted them out. So the green one is less impressive because I actively counted that one. Much less impressive. Most of these I don't, but this whole bit actually uses so little green, which is surprising because this is like the last of the Slytherin bits. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna count it out. Yeah, it was definitely a cheat code. Yeah, I guess I'll use gray. Wasn't sure if I wanted to do gray or silver next. I think I'll do gray since, you know, I've already poured it. So the silver kind of outlines this, especially in the outline of the crest here. So we'll be kind of going in the middle of it and then filling in the outline, which is a little counterintuitive, but the silver is also used in the outside bit here. So regardless, it was going to be a little counterintuitive, unfortunately. Okay, so we'll pull this up here as well. And fill in our gray. Okay, so yeah, then that'll be outlined with silver, and that'll be outlined with silver, and that'll be outlined with silver. So the only bits that we have left are the outline of the crest itself. So the gray is the outline. So my official house per Pottermore is Gryffindor. I am canonically a Gryffindor. So I did at the very beginning of Pottermore, whenever that very first rolled out, I stayed up late. I like got a beta key and did my whatchamacallit, sorting hat like test like immediately. And I was like so thrilled that it was a Gryffindor. And I actually think that the Pottermore test is pretty good in general, because my wife like epitomizes Ravenclaw. Like, she is hands down, point blank in the period, a Ravenclaw. Like, there's no question about it. And the Pottermore like quiz doesn't like ask, you know, oh, what do you do, you know, or at least didn't originally ask like, oh, what do you do in this time? What do you do in that time? And, you know, where it's like, oh, I'm going to choose the very obvious, you know, Gryffindor or Ravenclaw or whatever, like answer. It was much more like, oh, what, between these things, what do you prefer? And they're like random different like colors, and they're random different, you know, it doesn't put you in the situations and be like, so which house do you want to be, and just choose that one. It was really interesting. And yeah, I was back before the dark times. Very much so. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, Pottermore was very well done. They scrapped so much of it. It's really unfortunate. But what can you do? Yeah, like they just straight up scrapped so many things that made Pottermore really, really cool. I mean, I think that people just weren't engaging with it a whole lot, but you know, Pottermore also rolled out after the books and after the movies, and it's like you can't properly expect like the Pottermania level of people to engage with it at that point. But I think that they were kind of like supporting it like it was going to be Pottermania level of people there. So I understand why they scrapped a lot of stuff, but so much of it was so cool. Like, there was a different scene for every single chapter. And you could like find little like things in that. Like, it was really tight. And they just kind of like went away. Castrovet is also Ravenclaw to the bone. And his fiance is a Slytherin. You're both massive Potterheads. Nice. Hard same. Very hard same. It makes me sad that J.K. Rowling has, you know, ruined so much of that. Like, it went from like, oh yeah, here's this nerdy thing that I like, to like then having to be like, here's this nerdy thing that I like, and also, you know, I don't agree with the things that she's like, the hate that she's put out there. But you have to say it at this point, right? It's like, come on. This is why we don't have nice things. Oh. So we got our silver bits here. So then this bit right here is going to be outlining that outline, that border of the crest. And then, because I'm going to do that bit first, and then right here, we'll start doing the kind of like outer edges. Yeah, I completely agree on all counts there. Okay, so we just about got this bit of outlining the edges done. Or outlining the border. And then we get to do the other side of outlining the border. Oh, and it looks like a dark silver wormed its way into our bag. So we'll put that buddy away. And outlining this part of the border as well. Yeah, I feel like we should almost retitle that person, You Know Who. Or She Who Must Not Be Named. Which is so ironic. Okay. So this perfectly is the silver outline. We still have a little bit more silver to do, but that's that silver outline right there. So now we have this little bit right here, which isn't a ton of this particular one. So this is basically like the outer bit, and it's that kind of like paisley looking thing around the outside. So it right here won't really look like much, just kind of like a random assortment of dots. But whenever we get to the next panel, most of that panel is going to be the kind of like paisley looking gold and silver and white. So we've got a few of the white ones as well. Just a few on this one though. So the white is basically like the canvas that kind of shines through everything else. So there's that white canvas. And the gold is the little, like, I call them swooshes. but paisley looking bits. So only 2 gold on this one. And this connects into here, like so, which means here's where we are. So, for Castrovet in particular, because you haven't seen as much of where we are on the whole, here is, oh, I was backwards on it, where we are on that. Yeah. But that brings us to the final panel for the day. So of course we start off with the Technic pieces, which like normal, we do awkwardly facing up like this, because the very inside has, come on, there we go, has these little ridges which mark the middle and makes that a lot easier to do. So we've got those. And we only have a handful, a small handful, of the black outline. So like probably even a smaller handful than I grabbed. Like it's a very, very small handful. So it's that, and then 3, and plop. Maybe slightly more than I grabbed, actually. We shall see. It's a very small amount, though. So it's 4 tall total. And 3 on top of this. Oh, it looks like I grabbed 1 extra. 1 extra. My clairvoyance isn't perfect, but pretty good. Plop that in there. So this is the very kind of end of the, like, crest area. So I'm going to fill this one in first. So the black is the border of the crest. And so filling this in fills in, or is that border. Oh, and I completely moved the, there we go. I accidentally kicked the tripod that the camera was on. Oops. Luckily it only went aside a little. Apologies. And since I have these few in my hand still, I'll just plop down a couple of these here. Meowdy still owner, good to see ya, buddy. Welcome to the City of Electric Sheep. We've got about 4 of these. By about, I mean, if I eyeballed correctly, we only need 4 of these total. Oh, and I actually missed one of these silver buddies. Right there. There we go. Ooh, tell me your amazing news. Good to see you too. Oh, you're responding to my good to see you part as well. I'm excited to hear your amazing news. Let's go. Oh, the Antissa. Patient. Okay, so what I like to do here is either start with the silver or the white. I think I'm actually going to start with the white. So the white is basically, like I was saying earlier, the canvas. The silver is outlining the golden swoosh. And the golden swoosh is what I like to end with. And this one, it looks like there's one bit of the golden swoosh that will end up like right here, kind of swooshing. So that's what I'm going to end with. But I am going to get the white canvas down first. So we've got our canvas here. We've got some canvas here. And some canvas here. So it's that kind of white canvas just poking through that everything else is on top of. Which is exactly why I like to do it first. It just kind of feels right to be painting the other bits on top of this one. Just feels right, you know? It's kind of why I like to do the silver bits after this, because it feels like I'm outlining the swooshes. So Stalloner beat Arkham Asylum, nice, and did all of the 220 Riddler secrets, nice. So after that, they beat Arkham City, main story, and side missions, and got all 400 of Batman's share of Riddler secrets. It took some time. At last, they ordered the 9 Lantern Corps power rings. Whoa. That is a significant achievement. Congratulations, dude. I'm proud of you. That was the weepy, proud tear. Okay, so we've got our canvas showing through here. Let's do this one next. Goes 4 down. And then 3 down. There's our 3. And then the rest of these are just chonky going to the right. So I say chonky because it's 2 studs wide. It's more chonky than the 1 stud width of different outlines over there. So there's the 1, and there's making it kind of a bolder one there. And it does include 1 more here. Okay. So the final little bit is actually a little hard to tell exactly where it is. So it looks like it is in line with this, but it's 3 over. Yeah, it looks like that's probably the best frame of reference to use for that one. So this is just a little bit of canvas that's showing through here, but not as much. Okay. So from here, we're going to outline a lot more of those swooshes. So the swooshes, it's also going to look like we're outlining the white stuff that we put down, which makes sense because the white stuff is the canvas, which is showing through from the gold that is put down. So it's kind of like a mutual outline. Oh, so the last part that Stalloner needs to do before they officially go to Arkham Knight is get Catwoman share of trophies. Cool. Only 40. That's not nearly as many as the Riddler trophies and stuff. Then moving to the DLC, Harley Quinn's Revenge. Cool. Very cool. All right, see you soon, buddy. And so that one will go there. That one will go there. And this connects through. Hop. 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 Welcome back, Stalloner. Yeah, you're definitely in the home stretch at that point. That's awesome to hear, man. Oh, almost forgot this one, which connects that. So these silver ones are outlining the gold swooshes, which also ends up looking like it's outlining the white, because the white is kind of the canvas that shows through. At least that's kind of how I like to approach it. So, a lot of the places that have white in it, all of the places that have white in it, are basically being outlined by the silver as well. 2 down. And here. Cool. Oh, I never actually played any of Arkham Knight. That's the newest one, right? I played Arkham City. Is it Arkham City? I played one of them back in the day. Gosh, I'm drawing a blank on which one it was, though. Oh, no. It was really fun. It was awesome. I just haven't played a whole lot of the rest of the series, unfortunately. Okay, so straight across here. Again, kind of outlining. Oh, you can't give any more info. No spoilers. Good call. Very good call. And of course, we knew that we were going to need a lot more silver for this one. Just would have been a little much to grab as much as we needed for that one. Okay, so this one goes a little bit up further, but then a little bit of gold is going to touch this black border because the black is the border itself. So this is kind of the outer bit that the crest is sitting on top of. Which makes sense to me. Oh, that one was one too far. My bad. Excellent. And then we'll connect these across here. So 1 stud break in between those 2. And then a 3 stud break into that one. Cool. Sehr gut. This one's 3 wide. Yeah, so a lot of this is going to look like it's highlighting, or it's bordering that white canvas. But whenever we fill in that gold, you will see exactly why, because it's really, what it's really doing is highlighting that gold. Yarr. Arkham Origins, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. I think I actually played City. I don't think I've played Origins. Oh, and you haven't either. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better about not having played Origins. Not gonna lie. If you haven't played it, I feel so much better about not having played it. I'ma be honest. Okay, so right here, that's 2. That's 2. This is 2 as well, but it kind of drops down. And then this is 2. And it goes how many wide? 3 wide. We made each other feel better about it. Feels okay. Feels better, man. Feels Batman? Oh. And now we should have all of our outlines. Let me just make sure. So that'll go up there. That'll be swooshing that way. That swoosh is there. This is a swoosh that we're going to end with right there. Perfect. So all the rest is gold. I'm glad you appreciated that too, Still Owner. And so now we get to fill in all of that swooshing. So this is that gold paisley pattern for us. Fill it on in. Ooh, what new stuff am I watching and listening to? Ooh, let's see. So it's not new, but I've been listening to a lot of Mr. Gnome lately. I love them. They're like a rock duo based out of Ohio. And they were like exposed, or I was exposed to them from like one of those Spotify Discover Weekly things like a while ago. And have never stopped listening to them. So a lot more of them recently. House of Circles is my favorite one of theirs. So if you're kind of looking for an entry point, it's on the album Madness in Miniature, which is a masterpiece of an album. Like that whole album is just amazing. Like it's brilliantly mixed. Like the flow is awesome. And it's just glorious. So Mr. Gnome is amazing. What have I been watching? What have I been watching, actually? I just watched this morning the new episode of WandaVision. WandaVision is amazing. Super legit. Like the first 3 episodes, you're like, okay, I had a theory, and my theory ended up being right, so I'm not going to tell you what it is if you haven't seen it. Like, no spoilers. But, like, it's like, okay, this is a little weird. And then, like, a few times an episode, like, something properly weird happens, and you're like, what? And then, like, already, like, we're only 5 episodes in, and a lot of those are paying off already. Like, it's really cool. Oh, Rocky's been hooked on some anime lately. Nice. Oh, what animes have you been watching? And of course, what musics have you been listening to as well? Nice. Cool. Stallone, I will check those out right after stream, my dude. So since I imagine that you sent them to me on Discord, that little notification will let me kind of clue me in to check them on out. Oh, I've heard of Jujutsu Kaisen. I've heard of that. That's been recommended to me really recently by, I think it was Darkstone. I definitely want to check that out, especially since like you're recommending it too. Yeah, I definitely need to check that one out. I want to do at some point like one of those like watch party things that Twitch has. Like that seems like it'd be really fun to me, but like I don't want to gatekeep people out who, you know, like don't have Twitch or Amazon Prime, and that's like what it uses as its kind of metric for you to be able to watch it. So you wouldn't be able to you'd be able to hang out with me while I'm watching it if you don't have it, but like, yeah. That's why I haven't done any of those watch party things yet, because I don't want to gatekeep people out of it. But at the same time, I think that I might eventually do it with some of the things that maybe are more like Amazon Prime like specific. Like, I haven't seen much of The Expanse. Like, I've only seen a little bit of the first season, which I know is like heresy. It's supposed to be amazing. And I really liked what I saw of it, but then, you know, life started happening again and I kind of dropped it. So I would need to watch those bits over again too. The final season has started being released. So I kind of wonder if whenever the final season finishes, if maybe doing like a kind of watch party thing with that would be, you know, just kind of a fun thing to do. Oh, The Leftovers. I've heard a lot of really good things about that too. A lot of really good things about that. I haven't seen that one either. I'll definitely have to check that one out too. Oh. Yeah, I haven't been watching as many things. I've been listening a lot more than I have been watching, truthfully. Yo, Meowdy Admon! Good to see you, friend. Welcome to the city of electric sheep. Elmo's right. Like, if I could get any sort of like James Earl Jones cameo for that, that would be, oh, brilliant. Unfortunately, like Elmo noted, James Earl Jones not on cameo. Unfortunate. Cool. See you soon, Rocky. I may be out by the time you get back. But if so, it was good hanging out with you, buddy. Yo, Risai! Lego! Exactly, dude. Yeah, we are putting together the Hogwarts Crest. How you doing, buddy? And I think we are just about done with the first half. I think we are just about done with the first half of the crest. Lego my ego. Those commercials were iconic. Oh, yep. As soon as we finish the swoosh. You're doing nice. That is much better than the alternative, you know, of not doing. I'm very glad that you are, you know, still doing. Okay, we got our swoosh going on. Oh, living on a prayer. I know this says art. This doesn't say. Well, I guess music falls in under art. Huh? Oh, thank you, Still Owner. It's good to see you again too, my buddy. Almost done with this swoosh. I love ending with the very tip of a swoosh. Oh, it just feels so good. Yeah, art-ish. We are creating art. Very much so. The set, the box says Lego art on it, so I definitely didn't have to feel bad about that. Okay. Some Lego Asmer. Okay. So this is the piece we just finished, which of course fits in nicely into here, which is now upside down. Or was it? It was not. I'm so turned around. Which of course then fits into here. for this quarter. Oh. Which, of course, then fits in to here for this quarter. Oh, it's huge. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh. So this is now officially the halfway point of the Hogwarts Crest. And that is going to be it for my lunch break. So thank you very much for joining me while we made this amazing... Oh man, this is starting to just feel ridiculous. I don't know if I'm going to be able to like hold up a lot of these things. Actually, I don't think that we connect the other parts until the very end whenever we slap that up in there. Oh, it's huge. So thank you very much for joining me for my lunch break. So until Monday at lunch, you stay electric, Sheep City.